Welcome back to our first Just Local episode of 2026. It's been a little while since we were all together, but I'm here with two special guests today. I've got Neil Archie Evans and also Ed Birch, who are here to talk to us today about the NAGS Charity Barbarian RFC and the fundraising they've done since it began back in 2012. So let's get into it. Let's start by talking to Neil, because I think, Neil, you are the founder of this wonderful charity team. Can you tell me a little bit about the beginning of it, what the story is behind the NAGS, and how it all came about?
Okay. Uh, as with many people, I lost my nan to breast cancer in 2010, 2011. And I gave her a promise that I wanted to do something to try and beat cancer. So in 2012, I asked four of the friends to pull a narrowboat between Birmingham and Worcester, which was 30 miles. And we call it boat nag because after the old horses, they used to pull the barges. And on this boat one morning, was having a greasy fry up. We talked about a charity rugby team, and they took off from there.
So it's rugby's obviously in your veins. That's something that I remember you from. You used to coach me actually at rugby as well. Um, talk us through that first charity event though. So was it well supported? How much money did you raise on the first occasion?
We raised about 4,500. We stopped it was 5 days it took from Birmingham Gas Street down to Worcester. We stopped the Drunkwood Rugby Club, which is our old club, Matt, of course.
Yes, indeed.
And we just happened to stop outside a pub at the end of every day, which was very well planned, I thought. And yeah, it wasn't supported as much in the sense that we were just walking down pulling this 11-ton barge, but we raised 4,500, and the pubs helped us along the way, so it was great.
Amazing. And then obviously you've got connections to rugby, but what was it the thought behind getting the rugby team together then? What was the plan after that first event?
Well, as you know, I coached at Droitwich and I've coached in Wales as well. And I always had an idea in my head of trying to get teams together in a sort of barbarian mode to raise money for charity. So then when I had my promise, I put two and two together and thought if we can get a barbarian team to play every 2 years, we can try and raise some money for Cancer Research UK. And it's grown from there.
Amazing. So what was the first rugby fixture like? What did you organise with that first one, if you can cast your mind back? I know you've done a few since.
I believe you was in that game, Matt.
Is that the Kidderminster match?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kidderminster. Yeah,
Ed and I have just been
Franca.
recounting this. So Neil's joined us slightly late into this podcast. Myself and Ed have had time to catch up, and we were going back through because Ed still plays rugby, and we were going back through that. You got me to get my boots on. Probably 10, 12 years into retirement, you managed to get me back out on
Yes,
the pitch.
yes. You played flanker, if I remember rightly.
Yes, indeed.
In our first game, we had 45 players, and we raised, I think it was just over £5,000, if I remember rightly. So yeah, a very good, if you remember, it was monsoon conditions in Kidderminster, and I do believe you went to bed early, actually, Matt.
Yes, yes, we might have celebrated the fact I'd survived the game and then felt sore the next day. So Ed, you're on board as well. You're the chairman for
Yeah.
this wonderful group. Can you tell me kind of what you know about Neil and what got you involved into the NAGS charity?
I mean, what is there not to know about Neil, the man, the myth, the legend? He's the guy that inspires us all to push ourselves beyond our limits, whether that's just with the rugby or whether that's with the filler events that we do in between each rugby year. Um, he is the guy that binds us all together. How did I get involved? It was friends from other rugby clubs that are local, friends from Kidderminster, friends from Stourport, all encouraging me to get involved. And back in 2020, was going to be involved in the Lancewell Llandovery matches, but unfortunately COVID knocked it back a couple of years. But so 2022 got involved, and I have not left ever since, and never will.
No, fair play. And it is tricky with charity events because you kind of almost need to keep evolving them. So what has happened over that time, Neil? Obviously, you've gone from tugging a boat, that you've done some climbing mountains. There's been quite a bit that you've
Yeah,
done
we
throughout
did
the years.
the first filler we did was to canoe 50 miles down the River Severn. We went from Bridge North down to Tewkesbury, and we had about I think it was about 27 people took part in that. So that was great. We camped again at rugby clubs on the way down, which is fantastic. We did a multiple climb of Snowdon. So we equated 8 climbs of Snowdon to be the same as Everest. So we joined up in teams to climb 8 times within the team. So I was in a team of two, so we climbed 4 or 5 times ourselves. Some people climbed one, some people climbed 8 times, which was incredible. And then we did the latest one, the last one we did was the walk around the Isle of Wight, where Ed joined us. So that was 75 miles over 3, 4 days. And that was
Some
that
lads
was
did it in 2 days, didn't they?
yeah, some guys did it in 2 days, which was just they were broken at the end of it though. They were really broken. So we've done these things. We had a NAGS Fest in the last year, which is a festival, so there's no challenge there. But we keep chasing the possibility of pulling a steam engine the length of a marathon. That's our dream.
It's going to happen, isn't it, as well, Ed? We know it's going to happen. Like
Oh, it definitely
if
is.
Neil said it, it's going to
That's the
happen.
thing. When Neil says something, he makes it so. So, it's just
Yeah. Oh, incredible. Incredible. I mean, guys, you've got to go onto the website. You've got to make sure you do check out this website because you'll get to see some of these past events. It's nagsrugby.co.uk. So please do jump on there. And you can also donate if you wish. There's a clear, very prominent button. As soon as you open that website on the homepage, you can donate. We'll talk about how much you've raised in total in a moment. But um, Ed, just talk to me about the values of this setup, this group. What is it really? What's the feeling, the heart behind it all?
I mean, obviously, it's all about raising money through any means that we can, and rugby being the vehicle for that for Cancer Research UK. But it's not just about that; it's also about giving back to the local communities as well, and that's why we only play at grassroots clubs, so we try and give back to the rugby community and the local areas.
Amazing.
Um, and that's why we've not gone to bigger stadiums. We always keep it into the local area and encourage that kind of local involvement.
Let's give a shout out to some of those clubs then. So where has it been? It's been at Kidderminster, it's been at Droitwich.
Kidderminster, Droitwich, Lampeter Rugby Club. I think we flicked between Wales and England for a while. So we went Kidderminster, Lampeter, Droitwich. Then we went back to West Wales to an old club called Llansamel, who disbanded unfortunately, but we played at Llandovery Rugby Club, and they brought a lot of very, very good players, which we suffered with, unfortunately. Then we came back to Tewkesbury, and of course in May we are going to be playing at Evesham Rugby Club.
You brought me in nicely into the next one then. So let's talk about Evesham then. So this is the 29th to the 31st of May. Can you share with the listener what you've got planned? Because obviously this is what we're here for today. We want to promote this event. We want to see if we can get some more people along. So talk us through it. I don't mind who wants to talk us through it, but if you can both cover it, let us know what's going to be coming up.
So Ed, Friday night we're doing the veterans, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. 6 o'clock, two veterans teams, um, leading the Nags out against Evesham Rugby Club, and then Saturday, 12 o'clock, we have five men's games before the headline act that is our incredible women's teams at 2:30.
Wowza. That's a lot of rugby in one place. That's fantastic. And Evesham's a really lovely setup as well, isn't it, for that? That's bang on. So I'm guessing it's going to be spread around. If there's five games going on a day, is it all going to be in the same location?
So each game is half an hour long.
Yeah.
Obviously with the vets, we'll have the first game at 6, the next game at half 6, and then with the men's 12 through till and then solid rugby straight through to the end of the women's games.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So there's going to be a lot of people putting their bodies on the line for this. That was my question because Neil, I remember when I did turn up on that pitch and I was alongside you, I think you forget that you're then 30 plus and you're not still that kind of teenager that used to get told what to do. How do you kind of balance the physicality of competitive rugby with obviously a nice cause and a genuine good charity event?
It's It has got a bit dicey sometimes. It's been a little bit of niggle, usually between the Welsh and the English guys. I don't know why. I have no idea why that happens. But I think that everybody knows the spirit of the game. We ask the players if they want to put a masking tape wristband on their arm before they go out on the field. And on that, they can put names of loved ones that they are representing. And I've seen lists with lists of names, and that, it chokes me out thinking about it, and it's it's touching to know that everybody goes on the field just knowing they're doing it for someone they're looking up above, and it's played in such a great spirit. It's very competitive. It's incredibly nobody holds back. But it's just very, very competitive, but played the scoreboard doesn't matter. The
No.
scoreboard never matters. It is just get out there, play your heart out, and represent.
And
I
have a
think
good
what
beer.
also
Have a beer or
takes.
two
Sorry.
afterwards as well. Sorry to cut across you, Ed, but
Yeah,
I
no, no, no.
remember that Kidderminster match that I did take part in. It was such good camaraderie back in the clubhouse afterwards. The singing, the
Yeah,
auction,
yeah,
the drinking games.
yes,
It was all happening.
yes. It was. You did suffer with those drinking games a little bit, Matt. I remember.
Don't share too much with the listener, please. Over to you, Ed.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was going to say was what also sets the tone is that we get into instead of doing a line, we get into a big C just before the game, and we have our moment of silence that gives us that kind of connection to why we're actually doing this.
Mhm. Yeah. No, so as you were saying it, Neil, I do remember having the masking tape on my own wrist, and yeah, yeah, very, very touching. And it is a family event, isn't it, as well? I know obviously there's going to be parents and uncles and aunties and stuff like that playing on the pitch, but it's a family event as well. We're getting the families with the kids to come along as well, aren't we, for this?
Yeah,
100%, yeah.
last time I spoke to Evo, who is our nag at Evesham, they're looking to do bouncy castles and lots of other things going on for the kids to have fun as well. So it's definitely a family event, and the prizes as well are often very family led in the auctions and the raffles. So yeah, absolutely. We'd love to get the children's games going, but we just can't fit it all into the weekend. That's the only trouble.
No, that's fine. I mean, you're going to be pulling a steam train at some point, so if you said it, if you said there's going to be children's games, it's going to come at some point. So if you can cast your mind back, Neil, what's some of your proudest moments from the past events?
Oh, it's very difficult to compare them because they all been uniquely brilliant in every different event we've done. It's always been something memorable. To be honest with you, it's the way that because when I pick the teams, I try to make sure that nobody is next to somebody they know. I don't know if you remember, Matt. I made sure everybody was surrounded by strangers,
Hmm.
and they come off the field and they drink together and they chat together. And it's that bonding that I absolutely love about the Nags. And it's just, yeah, of course, it's the money raised and the camaraderie and everything else. But it's that little link that I was in the Nags Fest late one evening and we were sat in a tent watching a Ladies Rugby World Cup game. And I looked around, I said, there's five of us sat there. And I said, do you realize we're all five different rugby clubs? And we were laughing and joking as if we'd known each other for years. And it's that link that I love.
Because I could
Yeah.
say the same, that my first event at Llandovery, and I turned up on my own. I knew a few faces, obviously, from people that had introduced me to the Nags, but I left that event with friends for life. Obviously Archie's the main one, but absolutely, just people that immediately made that bond with.
Yeah, fantastic. So I know it's supported by sponsors, and you've got people who gift items to be auctioned. But for someone who's listening that would like to support, what are the different ways that someone could get involved, and how would they communicate with you if they do want to get involved? Because Ed, we were talking about social media a minute ago. So there's social media, obviously, is an easy way they can start to follow the journey. If one of you can share that social media page, I'll look to you, Ed, because you seem more
Yeah.
technical than Archie. But also, is there any ways that they can help? What would you like from people who are listening today?
Ed, are you going for this one or me?
Yeah, I'll crack on. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, initial engagement would be through our Facebook page or our Instagram page. Both can be found at NAGS Charity Barbarians. Our website is nagsrugby.co.uk, as you've said. How do we want people to get involved? Well, we're still recruiting for players. But it's not just the players we want. We also want the families, we want the volunteers, we want people to just get involved and offer their help, no matter which way that is, because we're not just about the rugby. We're about being this one big family raising this money for cancer research. So yeah, just every way and any way that they can. We also have a donation link that we have, that every single penny goes direct to cancer research. So then,
And let's just take a pause there, just to say how much has been raised so far, Neil. Can you just, or Ed, whoever's got the closest number to it, how much are you up to so far with all your hard work?
We're on £270,000.
That's incredible. That gave me goosebumps, you just saying that figure. I remember when you got to the first, well, say it wouldn't be the first milestone. Obviously, first event would have been a big milestone, but when you got to £100,000, it was jaw dropping. But £270,000 is just incredible.
Yes.
The goal this year is to go past 300,000, because the stars on our logo represent £100,000 each time. So we've already got two, and now we want a third.
Oh, there we are. Well, there we are, listener. You've got to get involved now. And that might be, as I said, the charity auction that takes place always raises a lot of money, because you've got some people who are there having a good time, can't put the boots on themselves anymore, but want to donate. And as a result, they get something nice back in return. It could be a weekend stay somewhere. So if you have anything like that might make a very, very nice auction prize, it could be former signed shirts or something like that. Then please do reach out to Ed or to Neil or to the social media page, and I'm sure someone will get in touch with you on that. This doesn't happen, obviously, just with these two guys alone. I'm sure there's a big team that are working in the background. I know, Neil, your wife's very involved as well, does a lot of hard work. I see the emails coming across about sponsorship each time, and the shirts get delivered to me and all that. I should have been wearing mine tonight. I feel like a naughty boy not wearing mine. But and player wise, what's the kind of standard of rugby? Is it kind of first team rugby, second team rugby? What's the tier level that people can expect?
It's a complete mix. It's an
Yeah.
absolute mix. When I get the teams together, I sort of the players I know, I make sure I mix up players who are less experienced with players who are more experienced. And I got to say, I know quite a lot of the boys who play, and I've seen some of the lesser experienced playing the best rugby of their lives, because they just got this experience either side of them. And you just see them, fair play, you're on a cracking game. So yeah, it's anybody can get involved. And like I said, we've got the veterans team now as well. So if you're over, was it 35, 40, Ed, I think, for
Technically,
veterans?
it's over 35, but yeah.
35. Yeah,
Well, that
so
sounds more appealing.
you could get your boots on again,
I'm
man.
in that category. Well, no, Ed was asking what size I was before you joined us, Archie. I think he's already signed me up.
Oh yeah.
So a technical point, and sorry if this isn't already mapped out, but what happens if someone's coming from Lampeter who wants to come over and they're going to try and do the 2 days? What's the accommodation like? Is it booking their own accommodation? Is there fields nearby to camp out on? How does that work? Sorry if you've not got this marked out yet, but
Yeah, no. So Evesham have very generously put on their remaining pitches an area for camping, whether that be people turning up with their own camper vans or tents or that kind of thing. And we'll ping a link across to you, so you've got that as well. I mean, we obviously use all local hotels and all kind of local facilities in the local area. So yeah, it's it's a good 200, 300, 400 people descending on Evesham and bringing the community together
I'm
and
afraid to
using the
say
local
that
community area.
I'm afraid to say that the hotel is closest to Evesham, I believe, is fully booked with my friends and family.
And me.
And you.
you've got to have a good night's sleep. You're going to be busy, gent, so don't worry about that.
Mhm.
And you're playing, Ed. Oh, in fact, Archie, you'll be
Yeah,
playing as well, won't you? So your
Yeah,
body's going to need to rest. So
still
yeah.
going.
little dip in the water before you go home, maybe.
No, it's the lager that does it.
And that's it. That's the medicinal. That's the fixer. Fair
Yeah.
play. Neil, I'm gonna chuck a question to you. If you could go back and speak to yourself on the first day before this all started, what would you say?
Uh, don't believe. Oh no, 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 that's wrong. It would be believe that this is going to take off, because I really had no idea how big this is going to get, and to have what, 1,300 plus members now, um, and the money that we've raised. When we pulled that boat, we had no idea. It could have been one game and then stopped, but it's just grown and grown and grown. So I would just say to myself, just believe it's going to happen.
Yeah, fair play. And I looked at one of the photos on your website about that first challenge. Did that guy actually do it in flip-flops?
No, he was steering the boat. He was our
Oh,
boat expert. So I think he only pulled the boat for an hour or so. Uh,
fine.
yeah.
Because with those on, I thought, blimey, that is worth an extra. I'll do the donation now if he did it in those flip-flops. But
Yeah, he was the biggest man we had, and we had him on the boat, which didn't make any sense afterwards. After actually, because we're pulling more weight.
mind you, 11 tons and a bit more. It's not much in it. Not much in it. Gents, this has been an absolute pleasure. I am sure the event will be a huge success. We want to make sure that this is getting promoted far and wide. So if anyone's listening to this, please don't just keep it to yourself. Make sure you share it. Make sure you go to the Facebook page. Make sure you follow their Facebook page and make sure you share that also. And as we get closer to the date, the 29th and the 31st of May, we really need to be pushing this. We're going to get in touch with BBC Hereford and Worcester to make sure that they're giving you the exposure you deserve. And this is a massive thing. You know, cancer unfortunately affects so many lives. And as Neil said, it took something in his life to trigger something like this that's now gone on to raise £270,000 so far with the help of a lot of people and around the rugby community. So I just want to say a massive well done, Neil. Ed, going to be big things for you as the chairman. I know you've been there for a little while now. It's not new to you, but
Yeah.
yeah, you've got to kind of keep Neil in time for these Zoom calls and stuff like that now going forward.
Yeah, it's like herding cats, really. You know, it's
But anyone who comes to Evesham and gets to shake Neil's hand will know that he's genuinely lovely guy. This is all done. This is all hard work. Living in Spain, Isle of Wight, wherever he's been in the world, this has always been a big focus for him and pulling people together with the help of others. So massive well done. Gents, is there anything else we've not covered off? Please, this is our chance to make sure we cover it fully.
Well, if you don't mind, man, I just want a huge thank you to you. You have sponsored us from day one with the Kidderminster game. You're always on our shirts. Trying to find, can't find where are you on the back? You are
I
actually.
am, yeah, so you won't see me.
You're on the back, so I can't turn around there.
There
So
we
thank you very much. You've always been
well,
there for us, and oh, you just shown it there. So thank you, Matt. Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure, Neil. No, you're a diamond in the rough, superstar. So that's it. End of Just Local. Please do follow NAGS Charity. It's nagsrugby.co.uk. Go to find them on Facebook, find them on Instagram, give them a like, give them a follow, and make sure you support their event on the 29th to 31st of May. I'll be there. I might be there on the evening, Friday, with my boots, by the sound of things. Is that what you
Good
said?
man.
Vets on the Friday. I'll have a
Good.
little run out.
Yeah.
I'll have a little run out for you. I'll make sure I'm
there we
fit
go.
for it.
Good man. I
Okay,
just put
right.
your name on the list now.
Thank you very much. Make sure I'm in a strong team that don't need much running around. Right. Cheers, gents. All the very best.
Thank you. Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.